template. So as you can see, I've rolled out my piece of clay. There we are. Get the camera right. There we go. So I've rolled out my piece of clay. I've got the lower half of the balloon there, just going nice and firm. I haven't slipped it together yet. Okay, I'm just allowing that to firm up. Now, there are several parts to this template, and as I've already advised you, this is as I'm designing the template. So when the template becomes available, there might be some slight differences to what you see here. But basically, you need 8 of these. So I've got them all there. And I may decide to join them together. But as I have to put these onto paper to be able to print out, I have to think about that side of things. So it's easier sometimes if they're in smaller parts rather than a big part, because then Etsy does not allow files to be more than 5 files large. So I'm limited on the amount of size I can go here. This is rather big, so I'm just going to start out by doing what I normally do. Cut out the parts. Like so. All the way down. Like so. And then on this one, before I mark that, I'm just going to pop this there. Going to mark out with the blood all the way around. That. Mark it out. Yeah. And there's the circle. See? And I'm going to cut that out. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. I have done it this way so that it's easy for somebody who doesn't know how. Now, there are other ways you can do this. This is the top ring that goes between the balloon and the basket. So you could just roll out a sausage of clay for this and slip it together. You don't have to do it this way. And then what I'm going to do now is find something that is slightly smaller circumference to cut a hole out. I might use that actually. No, I'll use that one. Slightly smaller. I'm going to imprint that. And then I'm going to cut that centre ring out. Like so. And move it over slightly. All the way around. Like so. And that's the bit we need. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way. Like that. Okay, now the next bit is these. Now these are rings that I'm going to apply to the side of the balloon so that we can add the strings later on to attach the basket to the balloon. So we need 8 of those. So if you print them off like this, you don't have to cut them out if they're a little bit fiddly. Like I say, you can just add them on like that. Use your blunt tool to highlight the outline. All the way around. Like so. Ta-da! Okay, so less cutting out to do there. Sharp tool, support the clay as you do this. That's 1. Support the clay, that's 2. So you need 8 of those. Like I say, just tidy that up a little bit. There we are. Okay. That's 1. That's 2. So you need to do a further 8 of those. And then when you've got the 8 ready, tidy them up slightly. Get your hole punching tool again and cut a hole in. Nice and neat hole. Like so. Okay, so you've got your nice neat hole there. And same with the other one. Both sides. Gives me a nice neat hole. There we are. Okay, so you've got to do 8 of those exactly the same. And then we've got the ring as well. I'm just going to tidy that up slightly. And I'm going to use a smaller hole punch than the one I've used because I think that's a little bit too big for this because it's so thin. So I use these plastic holders for my tools. So I'm just going to have a look in there. See if I can find a smaller one. There we go. Or should I go the next size up? No, I think that one will do. Yeah, that one will do. Okay, so I've got this one. It's got a little bit in there from last time. There it is, like a little lozenge. See? Pull that out. Nice and clear. And then just put some holes in. Line it up. Push and spin. I'll do evens. Push and spin. Be more precise if you want to by measuring. There we go. Leave that to one side. So, and the last thing to do before I go is, where's my sharp tool gone? I'll use my blunt tool instead, that's fine. Mark out these darts. Can you see that okay? So on the template, these will be a lot neater and done digitally. Okay, this is just my rough version. Turn that around. Make sure it's highlighted. And the same for the red. Okay. I've left this little bit excess on because this is the rough template, you see. So when you get this template, these bits will be finished off because I'm not too sure how I'm going to do the top part yet. I haven't decided. I think I might do another little one of these for the top, but I might just leave it joined. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. So that's why I've left that undescript at the moment. Okay. So when you've done that, take this off. Get your sharp spatula tool, or you can use your needle tool for this if you want to. Okay. I'm going to turn it round sideways so we can see what we're doing here. Move the backs out of the way now. Give yourself some more space. Okay, and then we're going to chop in where we've marked just. And take that clay away. Like so. There we are. That's that one. And we're going to do these ones. Just a little nick, aren't they, these? One there. One there. Turn it round. One there. One there. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this one. So I'm going to turn it around again. Move these bits out of the way. Yeah. Ta-da. Okay, so now you've got to imagine you've done 8 of these because I'm going to turn the video off after I've done this section, and I'm going to go away and do another 8. But I'm just going to show you how to do one, because it's the same thing over and over again, so you don't need to watch that, do you? Okay, and then we're just going to score and slip. These darts. Turn it over. So for that one. Move it across so you can see. Do that one. Like so. And then we're going to get the slip I talked about earlier, really thick, lovely, thick slip. And then we're going to apply slip on these. Pinch that together. And this is just to give it a curve, so we're making a balloon shape. Okay. And then I get a little prop of clay, like I've done in all my other videos, and use that just to hold the shape. So I'm going to turn it round first, supporting that join as I go. Okay, and then I'm going to prop that behind. So you can see it's in the shape that we need it to be. So like I say, all the clay needs to be slipped together as quick as possible in the shape that you want it to stay in. Next one. A little bit there. There we are. And then the same with this one, just get a little prop of clay, dry clay, or anything really that it won't stick to really. And then we're going to do the same with these bits. Now for this, you could turn it on its side. Bring that in. Can you see that? Pinch together and blend. Ebony! Just get my dog in. Ebony, come on. Ebony! Ebony, come on. That's it, right. And then turn it over again. We've got a lot of people walking up and down by the wood at the side, and it's causing the dog to chase up and down the fence. So. Okay. So that now should give you that nice shape that we're looking for. There we are. So what we've got to do is leave that on its side now, and every single one that you do, line them up in this shape so that you know you've got them all the right way. Okay, and then that is your balloon, and then after that I'm going to come back and show you how to slip them all together. But you've got to allow this now time to dry out to leather hard so that it's firm enough, a little bit like this one really, it's getting to the leather hard stage, hardly any flexible movement in it. You want it still to move slightly because we've got to shape this into a balloon shape once they're all stuck together, but we want it so that it's firm enough to hold its shape, if that makes sense. And then once we've done that, then we can slip them all together, and then we can add this onto the bottom, and then we can just leave it to dry out, and it will sit on its ring like so, and the balloon will be like this. You can make a plaster bat if you want to out of a balloon that you blow up, and then you dip that balloon either in plaster, or if you can't get it to stick, what I tend to do is wrap it in paper mache and then dip that in plaster, and then the plaster sticks to the paper, and just keep dipping it until you've got a nice consistency or thickness. Pop the balloon after, and then you can use that to dry out your pieces of clay. And then once that's happened, this leather hard process will happen a lot quicker. But if you haven't got that facility and you don't want to be messing with plaster, then you can just do it this way. Alright then guys, I'm going to leave this video here and then come back a bit later showing you all these slipping together and how we go on to do the next stage. Okay then, thank you.